Hello, hello. Welcome to Wisdom Wednesday. It is certainly grand. I am here with Selwyn Paul of Paris Pan School. All in timing with Steel Pan, World Steel Pan Day. So we're going to be chatting a little about some of the challenges that he would have faced and his road with the steel pan. Welcome, Paris. Steel Pan School, first only.
The first pan school. I don't think it ever had any because they wouldn't accept schools into the national panorama.
Right.
It's not a normal thing they do, but I tell them I have a pan school, and if a pan school cannot get into a pan, I don't understand it. My school is not Selwyn Parry Paul High School or nothing. It is a pan school.
Pan school. Yes.
And we were there in 1995.
So this started in 1991.
1991 with no instrument.
With no instruments. A pan school started with no instrument.
They don't believe that there's no instrument.
That must be quite a thing.
Yeah, well, what we did, this guy who did the music for the band, I think Mr. Eddie Wallace, he was an inmate at the St. Mary's Children's Home. Not the children's home, but
the orphanage. Yes.
Yeah, he was around that time because the name changed plenty. It was the orphanage, the orphan home, the St. Mary's Children's Home, St. Mary's something, 4 names changed. But he was up with you. Right. But he played in the police band, he and his brother. But they went there very young from when they left we call it the college.
Yeah. But from what I was reading about Eddie, his mother worked there.
Yeah, they came from the Paria down there on that side.
Oh, so he wasn't really like a member. He was there.
No, he in the orphanage. He and 2 other brothers and 2 sisters.
Okay,
So
fine.
the mother apparently had a problem, I think, and the family worked for her up here.
Right.
And she brought the children up here.
Right, fine, yes.
And once you're in there, living in there.
Right, yes, just as everybody else, yes. And that
he
orphanage certainly saw a lot of musicians came out of there.
Maestro, Mr. Thomas, a very great man in music.
Yes.
And Eddie was one of those who went to the police band young with his brother. And the thing about him is that he could say he can't play it again because he died. But all the instruments he played them.
Right, he was
and it's very hard
rounded,
or to get musicians doing playing the trumpet and playing the sax and playing the clarinet and he played everything.
All those
he played the keyboard. So we had a nice little work from small because when we were much smaller, they used to come up by me. We had a band. We were living above the corner.
All right.
A little band.
Listen, the amount of thing we have to talk, we would be here whole day if I don't get down to what I... You say all week. And I believe you. Yeah. What I really want to know is what motivated you? Why? What motivated you to start a pan school?
Everything I asked myself. Because I wasn't a backward fellow in school. Did my work good at it, and elementary school I was always in top 3 in class and football, that was something I played very good.
Right.
Cricket. And the pan, well, is something that I never played it because before a certain time my mother, she had to be strict with us because with brothers and them, they would never wanted us to play pan.
Right. But yes, you came from that era.
But they were playing in our band. They work with the Central Distribution Authority, Water Distribution Authority.
Okay.
That's before it became
WASA.
Right? And they worked there. They had a band there.
So your brothers were playing in a band for what? Yeah. But they didn't want you
Me
to
and
go.
my brother before me, I'm the last out of 7 children.
Right.
And the one before me, both of us, they always frown on it and quarrel with them. But my mother always liked the band. So she used to give us the little leeway.
Right.
She said, look, well, don't make sure they come back here before the brother come out, you know that.
Yeah.
So lunchtime they come in, so we had to get back there, eat school on holidays, I think on Saturday.
Yes.
So we would walk right by the bridge there. There's a guy named, we call him Snacks, when it's Riel, he was one of the, in his time, was one of the greatest tenor players had in Trinidad.
Yes.
Yeah, because he came second in the music festival, and he used to go up there. He used to be in a little room locked, wouldn't know him in the back, and he locked that door and whole day he with his pan.
Right, fine. So you the first memory you had of playing pan was in 1962 on the road,
62?
was it?
No. Not 62. I was on the road long time before that. When I tell you about the song, Drink Teas on the Dobo, that is in Dr. Nelson, you know, I believe in you. And Val was suggesting to me that it's Sparrow who made that jingle for some one of them stores on Frederick Street.
Mm-hmm.
And something went about it, and that's how it came about, this tune. But I tell him, if you're singing Dr. Nelson Caton, he used to sing Calypso. Nelson Caton.
Well, I tried to research Nelson Caton, and the only thing I got was when he came second in Road March in 62. Tattletale or something like that. So you think
I know Tattletale.
Yeah, but it was before that.
Yeah, long before that.
Well, that's a long
Who remember that, boy? You know the song, you know I Drink Teas on the Door.
Well, when you say it, I don't remember, but in 62, if it says before 62, I know what Tizan is.
I born 42.
Right, so
I've been playing pan since I was about 12 years, 11 years, 12 years.
Okay,
so
so
that's
42.
About 50 something.
Yeah, 54.
Yeah, around there, you know.
Right, because I was born in 58. So
that's what I got the tune, and I remember that we had a tenor pan that we got from some fellas up in Maracas. And that had some sort of notes, like a man just do that and put notes as he feel to do it all up.
Yeah.
Plenty of notes all about. And what they do, they tune the pan just for me to play. Drink Teas over, right? But it could probably play other tune because it is notes C, D, E, F, G, but play other tune. But at that time we don't know nothing about that. That's all we knew was that. And we took we got a cellos and the pocket and I make a guitar pan with it, and then what we had was we don't know bass. No, and we had dodo and thing. And those boys on them made drums. They took the lactogen, the cling pan.
Mm-hmm.
And took the rubber, the tubes for the motorcar,
yes,
and pull it over that.
Okay.
And made drums with it. But every minute they had to be pulling it because when you beat it gets slack. Good song you're getting from it, but we always had good rhythm because because of the Shango influence on the other side. Mother Gerald was right there. So everybody knew how to play this and to know how to play it good, you understand?
Right.
So we always had good rhythm,
you know,
iron and
we
everything.
don't understand. That is a very important point. The whole steel band thing came out of rhythm, looking for rhythm. Mm-hmm. It came from when the drums were banned, when the...
Well, so many stages it went. It went with the tambu, bamboo and all this.
Yes,
and
from
all
the drums, when the elite, by that time slavery had finished.
They said that they were sending messages on.
Yes, they said that they were afraid that the African and even the East Indian with their former drums were sending messages. Yes, so all drums were banned. And that is when necessity is really the mother of invention. Because that is when the tambu bamboo came
they went down there for the bamboo and they used it to get different tones. Yeah, man, they had a bass stamp, a bamboo.
Yes.
That's the big one. I remember an old fella. He was a gatekeeper right up the road here. Mm-hmm. Jakes, they used to call him. And he used to be beating this thing. And he dropped it on his toe.
Oh my gosh.
But he had a funny toe, his toe was like that. So we used to be laughing at that. So that's how you play that at front. You have to be careful with your foot.
Right.
But more or less you have to have a solid base to get the song.
The sound.
Because
its resonance is looking for.
That is why you see, I've been telling, when I be talking with fan people and them, my friends and them, we talk about, I tell them if I had the opportunity all the time to go on the road with the band stands and them, my bass stand, I would want it to be on the road. Because
like a flat?
on the bass stand.
Right.
You know the stand is swinging, but it's close to the concrete.
Right.
So when that hit there, you know, when that hit that road there, you get that power coming back up from the road.
Right.
When you put it on top of a truck now, it starts to fly all over.
Right. Those songs.
Yeah, they put them hanging up and looking pretty, and hanging up there. But it don't have nothing at the back to hold it.
You don't get the depth of sound.
Right, because I remember I used to play, I was playing with the Invaders. And then Jack was done by the cinema done. When you're coming down from the silver and on track to close it. What cinema that was? Empire. Right, coming down. We were down there and we listening to Invaders coming down the road. And he asked me if you're hearing that. So I said, well, that's why I was standing up here. It's the bass I'm hearing from up here.
Right.
And you get
so it's reverberating.
Yeah, it's making you, it could make you travel from Greater Grandee with that kind of thing.
Yes.
Giving you that, you know, so the bottom, it hit there and it bounced back up. So I never like hanging up the bass pan and all about that. As a matter of fact, I don't like the pattern track.
Yes.
I don't like pattern track. I prefer
closer to the
you know,
earth.
me and people get away for that. They say I always have the children and them pushing pan on the road and things, but that is one road.
Yeah.
The thing, what they don't know what they cause by taking it away, because the people in your community used to be a part of that.
Yes,
they used to be in the stand and they're pushing and they're going down the road and they're happy with that. They're not asking you for no money, but they're letting people know there's I'm a part of this thing here. And they're pulling you on the road. From the time you put it on truck, the people and them have to walk at the side and they're watching.
They can't move as fast.
They identify themselves with the thing. No, they want, it is the identity. They want people to know, especially if you're winning a thing.
Yes.
You're them holding the stand and the hand in the air because they belong to that.
Because this is an important thing, with even the same old steel band. Well, people call it that, the steel pan. It reached where it has reached because of a lot of people that we haven't even heard of. You know, we look at the prominent ones up there, but it came, this is something that came from poor people. Mm-hmm. You know, it was ostracized, nobody didn't want to hear about it, but it had, as you said, community. You know, people would go into the pan yard, that is where they land, that is where they have the family, that is where they had the community.
I remember when we were coming down from 5 Rivers that Juve morning, because we slept up by one of the guys who played the band.
Right.
There's 5 of us playing the band.
Right, there's the teaser and the bubble.
Yeah.
Band, right.
We lived 4th Street, 5 Rivers, second house, and we stayed there the night. And we came down Range Road, that we was about the way from the street and down the road. And by the time we reached here, did everybody
don't tune up and ready to go.
Come out on the road, they're ready to go down. All them old fellas and them, everybody, mother and father, who with a piece of stick in your hand, who with a piece of this going on, because we had a problem with the gutter, we call it El Dorado.
Yeah.
You know, they always feel that you can't pass through them, so we need to show them the passage through. You know, until they stop that.
Yeah, but okay, guys. So you're talking about then you playing pan since the era of steel band clash and all them things.
Well, it was about that because when we reached down into Nakona now, some of them band want to push me off the road.
Okay, folks, Paris Pan School, for those who don't know, is based in Tacarigua.
But the band I'm speaking about that we had in Mary Stars, it name.
Mary Stars. This is back in the 50s you're talking about. That your first
Mary Stars.
Mary Stars.
Yeah, it was about 5 schoolboys opened the band and we decided, well, we will go down.
Right, so when you come, by the time you reach there, all the other elders
that's where the band started to do good, right?
And
and from there, we started to go to music festival. And one thing about Mary Stars is that there was a competition, a steel pan competition for independence. Okay. When we got independence, they had a calypso competition, if you remember that.
Yeah.
Yul Brynner beat Sparrow in that competition.
That's real history. Yul Brynner beat Sparrow back in the day.
Yeah, he sang a tune, This Land Is My Land, as well as Your Land. You know,
I know that
You had to
tune.
beat him. And
That was almost like a national song at one point.
Yeah, and we played that. You had to play, the band had to play a local something.
Yeah.
And we played Kiss Me for Christmas.
All right.
And that's this fella tune. We played that. Silverstad played a custodian. And I'm trying to remember what Crossfire played. But Anthony Williams was the man who arranged for Crossfire. Junior Pushett arranged for Silverstars. And I did the music as a little fella.
Right. So you're arranging long time?
Yeah, long time.
So remember we started off we reached all there, we started off wondering why you formed this band.
Well, good. The thing you have to decide, choose what you want, you know, and somehow or the other, that having been the last thing I was looking at, started to grow on me then.
Yes, the band. Yes, because as you say, you were well educated. You had choices.
Yes, I had choices because, like my brother and they went to big schools and whatever it is. But I am. One of my brother had a sax.
Yeah.
A saxophone.
Right.
A big sax. I know the baritone they call it. And when he gone out, I used to put it between, those bed long time with the silver thing all up.
Right, yes.
I used to put it between them and blow it. And I started to play scale and thing on it without anybody showing me anything. So I was playing a little tune, but I didn't realize that he was signing a bill.
Oh, you didn't know he was from Sel?
No, he come in, but I don't know that he was there. So he stand up. But again, trouble with some note. And when he come and tell me, he say, put your finger on that key and raise up his. But the whole hand gets numb now.
Because you ain't wanting to know you're playing.
I know, I want to know what is going to happen now from, as you see me what's going to happen, if it's quarrel, if he only open my mouth and say something, my mother coming in to show some latch on me, although she want to do it, but them is the big boys on them.
Yeah, and they interfere with the thing, yeah.
So he showed me what to do. I think that's alright. I got my passport to play.
Right.
All the time. And then now them boys and them other brothers, they, as I told you, they had a band in a Central Water Distribution Authority. Yeah, they brought a tenor band home. But the tenor band was a tenor band tuned by Ellie Manning.
Yes, I know that name. So it was good. Because
he was the man around at the time.
Yeah.
And I used to take a little thing off right when I go to work.
Right.
My other brother too, he said to me, but then we started to laugh at them because there was a competition, festival thing in Tunapuna, Monaxic. And we went there, and they came as a band, seed up from Waterboard, Skylarks,
Right.
The fellow who arranged for them was a fellow we called Shadow. We got Nathaniel, he was from Symphony and St. James.
Okay.
Right, so we went there and they didn't know what clothes we were wearing and all these other things. Although some of the clothes was made home by me.
Right.
So we had this frill sleeve like Mexicans,
Yeah.
All that in those days, those are the type things that the steel band used to wear.
Right.
Right. So we had a white with like blue. Everybody had a blue, and they call it sister boy with a little buckle at the back here, and like blue thing. So when the time came for us to go on the stage, we went up in one kind of old shirt and old jersey, but everybody had on it, but nobody had recognized that. Nobody knew. No Tacarigua people, nobody but the steel band.
No, not only coming out with this outfit.
So when we finished, mount up the pants on the stage, my brother, the one just before me, because he was a big bounce away.
Yeah.
We checked the pants and the shirt out, and everybody went out. And then both of us went off and we changed. And when they find that we were staying a little longer, start to boo and carry on. But when we hit that stage with this thing,
what?
you will see people hand in the air, all Tacarigua people.
Well, you come out with all your outfit.
Because they were saying, oh God, but Parry and them could have tell me we'd buy a white shirt for them. We'd have them buy a white shirt and then we could have looked on the stage. Not knowing that we have ambition too. And we come out and we hit them. That time we had Eddie Hart and all of them in the band. All the guys came in, the bigger fellas.
Oh,
He
Eddie
was
Hart
with
was
Ken-
in that
Yeah, he
band,
came in the
Mary
band.
You.
Yeah, Kenrick Thomas. He died just last week. The burial. Yeah, all of them because he was the front runner with steel band. Well, his uncle started the steel band thing. Yeah? After the name Zoro, they call him Zoro. He used to put a nice head in the head. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I know
Yeah.
Lizzo, that was
Yeah.
a TV.
Yeah, he
But-
had a band named Dead End Kids, right? Yeah, that was the early time with Steve Band. That might be written where the first set of Steve Band in Trinidad. Dead End Kids.
Wow.
Right? And he started to play when he was about 7 years old for Colin. So he was the front runner for.
Oh, there's the Zorro.
No, the Kenrick Thomas.
Oh,
The guy
right.
who came.
Okay, fine. There's something you mentioned there, ambition. Now, when you talk about the steel pan on the whole and where it has reached to, that word is foremost in my mind, ambition. It's also about community. It's also about resilience. It's also about, the main one to me is expression. Because it came out of a people who wanted to express themselves, what was coming through them. Something was taken away from them and they found creative ways to express
Yeah,
themselves.
that's right.
And when that was beaten down, then you found the people with their resilience and their ambition and love and perseverance. All those words are words that I think of when I think about the steel pan and what it has been through. And it would have had, we're still trying to figure out what was that key that make you go through it to open a whole school.
Okay. All right. Well, what happened? I had left and I went to. I was working in Point that years after. And when I came back home, it had some. How I went to Point was. Don't let me mess up this thing. Dunlop Tornadoes got sponsored.
By Donald
All right.
Trump.
And let me go to the whole thing now, coming back. I was working in Wasa, I started to work with them.
Right.
So
with
as
the
I remember
brothers.
the Skylarks band, their band.
Yes.
Right? So we used to practice by a poem, and we go play sing to the doggy. We used to go there and thing, but we were all playing with symphonists, like the same fellow who arranged for them. We played in St. James for Carnival.
Okay.
Or playing there and thing like that. I lost work.
Yeah, we're talking about going to Dunlop. Going down Point,
sorry,
yes.
I missed that whole thing there. Right. Yeah, so I was working and I had a problem with one of the bosses and them there. And I told myself, I said, well, leave this thing alone now. And I went and tell my mother I'm not doing enough for it. You know, because I used to work outside with them on projects and things.
Right.
As the cost clerk and we check on everything. I used to check it and costing and those are two jobs, different jobs.
Right.
You have a check and have the costing clerk. But most of the time when you put me on a project, I do it too.
Right.
So using them up, you know.
Yeah.
Anyhow, when the thing we work and I always like outside because I'm meeting the people that I could relate to. All them boys and I'm digging trench and coming early in the morning and they say I'm tell the foreman, give me my work, map out my work coming. I'm
Right.
coming early in the morning.
Right.
So I had to get there early in the morning. All I will live this around the same area.
Right.
So I will go down there and make sure they do the thing and they go home because there are other things to do and thing. And I used to do this thing all the big projects where the fucking main by the main road and thing, all the time. Then they found that this boy was doing all right. And my handwriting is good. And you know, they like the cut and they said that they had to bring me in the office. So they brought me in the office. I said, I don't like it because that's a kind of that tie me down. I prefer to be outside. You know, I to enjoy when we have a project going on and what district we in from Bajon come to stop the job on time. You know, I started that.
You like that?
Yeah, I watch them and laugh. I say, what happened to what is stopping the job for? For what? We want a little work here, a few of you. I say, well, Before they stop the job, you look okay, oh, well, I go down in the office and talk to them. Give me all your name. Just start to give her a name. I say, I am promising all the three, all you can get to know. But I will call the man who over me in the personal department there and tell him, and he say, well, take 1, 2 of them. And I put it 1, 2.
Yeah.
So nobody else can come to stop the job again.
Yeah, 2 of them who can, yeah.
So the song that I was doing good and thing, that brought me in there, you know. And they put me to do, a fellow went on vacation. The fellow who do the monthly pay salary. And he was interested about this thing. Because this or everything will go live. Or
yeah, well, just
no, let me say, well, I went there to work and then I decided, look, I suffer, you know, tell me what I'm not going.
You ain't going back.
Yeah, for whatever reason I'm not going. You know, and she said, well, I can't tell you not me, you feel you're very trouble. Not that I'm bad, you know, it's just stay open. And while I was sitting down there morning by the plum tree, I have a place called the plum tree there, a big plum tree was by the track you came to it.
Yeah.
It's called the plum tree. Anybody know that plum tree, what the plum tree called up. So I can't pull up right in front and say, hey. And he called a certain name and said, he sent them for me. I said, what happened? He's sick? He said, no, we just sponsored. Dunlop sponsored. And I believe when I went, that's in the 70.
And you went point?
Of course, speeding.
Pan.
I come back up from point in 78.
Oh, you spent a few years well down there?
Oh, I mean, I used to be in Skinner Park with Bobby Mohammed and all them big arrangers and them.
Yeah.
Guinness Cavaliers and Fonclair and all. Southern Marines and all them band and them. I was
what was the most successful song you arranged?
Well, not with Tornado.
No, not generally.
Well, I wouldn't call it. There are some tunes that did was very good, but it depends the type of competition we had.
Yeah, well, you would have had to make an easy pan land.
Yeah, because I went
Which
to,
was your
I went
favorite?
to Tobago. That tune a fella came to Tobago, Lincoln. Right? For me, he was the best man tune in the world, Lincoln Noel.
Lincoln Noel.
Yeah. He tune doing anything.
Right.
There's have fellas who have specialized in different bands.
Right, but he doing guitar, tenor, and bass, and
blend you up and blend just everything, and you don't get fellas to do that. So
right.
personally, he carry me to Tobago.
Right.
And when I go to Tobago, he just tell him, hey, look, I bring a fella here to arrange for them. Just so you know.
Right.
And I arrange for the band. He first year arrange for the band when the band, right?
Which band were you working with in Tobago?
Our Boys.
Our Boys, up the hill there in Scarborough.
By the port.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And we played Gruffy.
Gruffy?
Gruffy.
Gruffy, okay.
Who made me feel like on top of the world?
Yeah.
Gruffy,
I remember when he had one goal.
Yeah, we win with that, beat them bad. And since that, well, I brought them down to Trinidad in a semi-final, which was never happened. And then at the time, the captain of the band was Mr. Bertie Sinclair.
Yeah, I know that then, yeah.
The old boy, but the real captain was Patrick Arnold.
Yeah, Patrick passed recently.
And he was out San Francisco.
Oh,
and,
so Bertel was
Yeah,
deputizing.
and he came down after. And when I started the travel to Patrick, he said that I had to come up. When the band got a chance to go to the Grape and Wine Festival.
Which Our Boys,
Yeah.
that is?
Yeah, and then he said that I had to come. So we went up Grape and Wine in Canada. And he came across here and met us.
Yes.
And from there we started to go about it. Travel all over the world. So it didn't reach to a point where he said, you ain't going back down? I say, yeah, I go back down.
And Steve Van had a lot of history.
Because at that time I was still with, I was working with NID. Yeah, and his leave I took to go there. And I had to make up my mind whether I want to stay out there. I wanted to do the music out there. He told me we don't do it here. But I get fed up. I said, no,
Something
I like
apparently was calling you. Paris Band School was calling.
I'm going on holidays. My brother told me come up and do the music. They get me in a school and then try to get me to to one of the big music places up there. And I said, all right. And I went up there, and the first week I'm anxious to stay around. The second week, I pulled in my grip from under the bed. I said, well, I said, I want to go back down home, straight home. And I wanted to stay out, and then the school thing. While working down in
Point.
yeah, I started to get little pan and thing, because the first, when we opened the school, we never had no pan. And I got 2 tenor pans from Point. We had left Tornadoes, Carrington, and we formed a band down there called Golden Songs.
Okay.
And same, this boy had shown the pan, Maestro, Alan Jose. And it was the best setup band we had in Trinidad at the time.
Right.
Yeah, the only band to compete was Tripoli, and he did Tripoli band too.
Right.
So they would try to compare them and things. And we had this Golden Songs, and we were given Tornadoes Railway Trouble on my phone. Because a lot of the young boys left the band and came with us. And what we started to do is we think to tease them. Anywhere we're going to play, we always had nice shirt and dress up and that.
Yeah.
When them going and play Josie and one come up in a whole thing with the slave one. So looking like making the fan look like old nigga, So we used to dress like human being according to
that was only ranks back in the day.
we go and thing until I decided, I say, I want to come home. I call my brother and I tell him, my brother was the executive director and National Insurance at the time. And I tell him, I'm tired out here, I want to come home. So, right, you sure you want to do something wrong? I said, no. And I get back home, and that was it.
Right, left Point and came out.
I decided to leave. You can't just sit down so in Tacarigua and you pan in your blood and you're doing nothing.
Yes.
So
Well, a lot of people would have, but that's the difference with leaders, and you were definitely a leader and somebody who would get up and shake. And
I had my band in Arima Angel House. That's my own band.
Yeah.
Arima Angel House. I could talk about it. Yeah, Arima Angel House. So by the time I reach back up and I tell them they had by me.
Right, the angel arts people, when they know you're coming, they reach.
Yeah, and then our boys, it had a time I was traveling from Tobago back to Trinidad, from Tacarigua, go from Seaboard down up Tornadoes, come back up Seaboard, I remind Jalabs, up on a plane, and go and I walk in, I remind an idea. Yeah, serious control, and I started to get like,
dedication.
My legs started to get, numb kind of way, like, no rest something, that fun. But the fan calling, so the fan calling, we have to go.
Yes.
So I was arranging for 3 bands at one time. Same time, 3 bands. Tobago.
Our boys, Angel Arts, and Tornadoes.
Yeah, we're doing that.
Boy, that is some great distance,
I do that. But the thing is, I can't say that I was not, wasn't pleased about what went on. A little things could have been better, but you don't make noise over that.
No, and my mother used to tell us, say, all's well that ends well, which I think is Shakespeare.
But with my band days now, before all of that, I started to play with symphonies down in St. James. That is the same Shadow, because he was arranging for Skylapse or something. But he is relative to Bugsy.
Okay.
And the panyard used to be in the yard there, and Bugsy was a little fella in the back of the yard. I remember how on the evening they used to be calling him for him to come inside.
Yeah, because he wanted to be outside with the pan.
Before that, no, he have a band of little fellas with a set of pan and thing.
Oh, Bugsy?
Yes, in the drain there, they played and thing.
All right, so.
But one good thing about him, he used to stay by the window in the night when he practiced and learn the music. And the fellas from WhatsApp, CW, they will come down. When they come over, they used to come and give him a little change or something and tell him, he will show them the music. On the guitar pan here, they used to do that. But he always knew all the music, so them fellas never come down already.
It's not something,
people.
People.
From long time.
people we really don't understand how things come from. As steel band, we talk about Bugsy Sharp, we talk about the steel pan, and we don't know the dedication and the routine was in it from small.
He's small, little fella in the canal.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the shadow is his family.
Yeah.
I don't know what thing, but as you're going by the Irish Street, there's about the second or third house left, and that along here, and then Shadow left and went away. And I left the band because it started to have who is the captain and who is the arranger and who is the thing that I wasn't in that at the time, arranging nothing. So I say, see me go, just come together and get it.
Right. Well, something after
the band moved from there, and the other it went looked up street a little higher up the road. I went by Invaders.
Right.
And I started playing with Invaders.
Right. What was the name of that band then?
Symphonous.
Oh, that's the band with that, yeah.
Then I went by Invaders.
Then he went to Invaders.
Yeah, I played the area and them was there when area and them. I didn't leave to go where I leave. And I come by Silver Stars. Keep coming up all the time. Right. Because I had my mission for that. I know what I wanted to get. I had certain bands that had certain established some certain styles, and I needed to see how it was done.
Right, fine. So you were right, because that is a good point. Because the steel pan was a new invention, you had all different types of variations, and people were allowed.
Yeah, well, everybody had their style in doing things and playing the pan and doing everything.
And even putting placing of notes and tuning and...
No, well, they had almost settled.
They had unified the notes by then.
They were that by that time.
Yes.
Yeah.
But isn't that something, when I think back in the day, that how all of this had to evolve? It just came from pounding on the pan for rhythm, and then the notes were incorporated.
Yeah, well, you see that we are geniuses.
Yes, of course.
We are bossing this thing. What was happening there is when you took a drum or a dustbin or any picture pan or anything, and you start to play it here with, and they were not playing it with rubber and nothing on it.
Yeah.
You take up a piece of stick and you're playing it, and there's rhythm you're going down the road with.
Yes.
So you start with a nice tone here.
Yes.
And when you reach by that shop, there the tone change on it.
Yes, because
the pressure on it.
It sinks.
And then that's where they realize that is you could cut it in half. You get a two thing, the dodo come out of that. The dodo is two notes, and then they decide, well, which is the best note to put in two notes. Because it's just two notes, what the dodo is that. Dodo remains as boss in the steel band. Because they could go in a big band and play. You could take that and put it in a big band.
Right.
Because it's a kind of rhythm kind of instrument. But it has no do. You could change it if you want according to how it's going. But that is a boss. Out of all them fans, that is a boss. That's the boss in the whole thing, And that's how they got that. But nevertheless, I am passed by Silver Stars and I play one year. I hear they play Dr. Jiwa, go team from Dr. Jiwa. And the player don't come back again with a man. That year they went to Panorama and all, I went Panorama with them. And then I heard up, but as a little fella, I used to be in town on Charlotte Street. So nights we used to come to hear All Stars.
Right.
Because my friend Eddie, that was even meant to all of us. We used to be.
Yeah, college, that's it.
We used to go and listen to All Stars. And we did not much to listen to because when you hear them up in the garage there, you don't hear nothing. But they used to think with the rubber on their finger and thing.
Oh,
yeah.
So you ain't knowing what they're doing.
That's how the bomb thing come about, the bomb competition and thing. That's what they playing the classical tune. You don't know what they're playing. You wouldn't know until you give money unless someone of them fellas tell you.
Right.
But most of the time, them fellas don't know the name either. They used to call it number one. We play number two, but number three, number four. That's how it used to be.
Oh, secretive.
Yeah. That's how so we would be downstairs. But in and between, they're going to a little calypso and you're going to hear the thing and thing and we used to be downstairs. Because anyway, Eddie going here, that's how we used to move with him. Yeah.
He was respected, so they
in everything, football, cricket. Yeah.
But let me ask this. So, because this part I've never heard, that not all the time you go to the panyard, you're going and hear what they play because they muffle their...
Yeah. The panyard I tell you about was upstairs on Najabilaya store.
All right.
Maple Leaf Club was on top. And them was upstairs, they used to call it in the garage. Upstairs in the garage. So when they're doing the bomb tune,
yes,
you can hear it downstairs.
Right. They muffled it.
Yeah, where they put a little rubber on your tongue and you weren't hearing that. You would hear when they're playing, when they want you to hear them.
Right.
They play something for you to hear downstairs. Because there's plenty people coming there.
Right, yes.
Yeah, I remember all them. I remember writing for the garage. A lady selling juice, but
yeah,
with them big barrel. You know them big oak barrel, like, you know.
Yes, and the store used to have them.
Big barrel, and she have that full to the top with real ice and thing, but stirring it up and stirring it up. And I buy a cup is one about 6 cents or something, so a big cup.
Yeah.
But she full it up, well, plenty ice. So I make the first sip anything. My ice start to hurt, but that thing well cold.
Right.
But anyhow, I pull it down and I drink it and think. And she said, give me the cup. Sonny boy asked, give Hannah the cup. She threw back the ice and the thing there right there. I said, but look at this thing now.
Oh my God.
And she stood up again and she had her apron in front. So we used to go and do a little liming and listen and thing. But I had my aim for those things. And you know, not much people are told about that. When I went, I sing for this Shadow had a way about him playing the band and arranging the music.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's one of the fellas who changed the strumming on the guitar pan and yeah. And the way how he play individually and how he arrange and thing. First time I hear and I listening to it. But I know in Invaders, when you go by Invaders, chord structure and the bass line and thing, you hear that. Because these fellas and John Buddy Williams and all of them son and all of them used to be. But them Woodbrook people used to see
right.
about it. And I pick up that I see how they praise the bass and the thing. And then I say I had to go to Junior, Pusher, because he's boss on that. And I went and I see how we do thing and thing. I said, alright, I done with up. I go on.
You finish school, you get where you want.
Yeah, I head out for the East because I started it with Neville Jones. Because when you hear, when you hear the bomb come down and he's so bass solo in here. You won't hear no band doing that. I see when he play an anniversary, you also hear the bass doom, boom, 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 boom. The bass playing that, so
yeah.
And you turn up and them doing something on that. So, yeah, that. Well, I go do that too.
Right.
Yeah, and then I left and I came up. And I started with Angel House. I was playing music in Arima. I never went to take no lessons to play no keyboard. And there was a band, they had a steel band in Dog Patch, right? Providence Circular. And the captain of the band, he was the drummer in the combo side. In Neto Bay. So he tell me, he said, come and do some tunes for him. I said, alright. Because I used to do some music for them. And I go on with them on the guitar. Think, well, I know what the chords and then tell them how to play and how to play it. And they say, the band didn't have no keyboard. They say, you have to play that. I said, but I never play that. They say, you have to, they went and buy a keyboard or a FISA, that one thing. They say, you have to play that. But the amount of fatigue I get with playing with one finger and they just come with this fugitive, all kind of thing, man, you saw me, you know what I'm saying? But you know, like all that was good. And we went to a combo mania, we came to that thing. Who won that? Boy, Dean and the Celebrities won that Solid 7 from Blackberry, second we came to. Yeah, all that and yeah. I started to do the things they played. But we had all the effects in Arima, all the Oliers night, and no joking, you know, the Dr. Boyd and all them big short people and them. Because the boy was the captain, his father was Mr. Posisi, his brother was Posisi, his father was Mr. Caesar, the mayor Arima.
Right.
And all that, the big people.
Yeah.
But in the tennis court, we getting that, you know.
Right, yes.
So I enjoyed that a little bit, I do a little music with them then.
But as you talk about those bands, we don't have that amount of live music and live
No,
bands
not
anymore.
again. No.
That is so sad.
So then this boy up comes Brigo. I know Brigo from
Brigo, Calypsonian Brigo.
Yeah, from any Congo.
Yeah.
That is Angel Habs, but I know him there.
Okay. He used to be around.
Yeah, he
affiliated.
live there. He's a native up there.
Right. Okay.
So he come up by the barnyard at the day in Netoville, doing a song, and he come and sing it up for him. And he's singing. They say, well, you keep singing it until the reason moment.
So you remember it?
Yeah, and he goes down the road and we watching it. And then you see he go make a stagger a little bit and he come back up.
Yeah.
I'll play it for me again, and then we hear the melody go again. About 4 or 5 times we do that for him.
You're right.
We go. And get it and he go on down and thing. And we do it well good. Me and Brigo used to do it well good.
Pleasant.
But Brigo used to work in your Europe there and all things. So that was that side of the music bit. And another side with the steel band, well, that steel band finish. And then the music come and finish. Because we come outside and things start going out. It started getting diminished.
When it came with records,
yeah,
this.
well, all these DJ things and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it had Casanovas and Bob Bailey and the Jets and all them real music. You get Redmond Williams and Bob Bailey's son, Bob Bailey himself and all the different things. It was real good. Solid 7 from South, Dean and we celebrate. You had good people with silver strings and all the and then all of that.
Do you think as a community that we are at a loss because we don't have as much live music and we don't encourage musicians as much as we used to?
You see, the thing is, it's not encouraging what the youngsters and them want. A lot of them take up sports, a lot of them is football, a lot of them is cricket.
Yes, they have other.
They take different things and they go on their way.
Okay. So you're
that
saying that they occupied?
Yeah, plenty of them. You might find in a country district, a fella might have a guitar, doing guitar and an expand, and he could just one bringing thing and you find they'll have a band here.
Right.
Because it's not much thing for them. The thing because if nobody
Yes,
buy no ball and boots something for them.
Yes, right.
Might find that, but even the brass band and them all the brass band, yeah. Long time we used to have
a lot more we used to have. That's what I mean.
They don't have it. And with as we talking, I sit down and like a partner is telling them about what I know about the carnival and all this sort of thing. And I remember my mother having two or three children and a granddaughter, 2 in one hand and 1 in one hand. At 4 o'clock in the morning, there's a bus stop right out.
Right.
Juve morning, she carry me in town.
Right.
And she parked me up right by the corner of Frederick Street. Independence Square down on a Salvatore building.
Yeah.
Because that's where the stage is and the band's coming down.
Right.
And we will do that Juve morning nice and everything and take up. And she want the police horse, she want to be the police horse and nothing. when the back end people or the crowd, she pushing it actually. Now what is you doing?
Horses are powerful and
yeah, that one. But she didn't care not to can't teach her. So nobody could have never said that she never used to take teacher and see these things,
Yeah.
And that's the whole thing. And when you're here, we finish. We just step across by Cipriani, sat with them, down by the railway.
Yeah. Training them, yes.
We train and we train drop into Napuna there. So they come and train at special time to come up here. So after Jove, there's no time coming. So we think and we had a rule. Any band going east, jump in it.
So you jump in a band from
once it coming up, don't turn back. She behind me, we in front.
Yeah.
And we would push one pan and thing and we going up. And when that band pull off the road there, don't even look back, look for our next band up in front because we always had a band coming from our rooftop. Right. So we only train that it up in front, and that's how to
get the little encouragement.
Yeah, we will walk home from Tunapuna, no problem with that.
Wow.
What I tell you, I really had to go to that with the band because I had opportunities and things. I don't know if like it was you. We are just time that you had to do this, you had to do that. You have to do this. The pan, I really love the pan. Yeah.
So
That's it.
1991, how long before 91 when you open your doors? How long did the planning stage take?
1991. When we opened the pan.
You started in 91.
Yeah, but I was around doing things for people before.
Right.
All I tell you about
Yeah.
play and who I arrange for and all the things and things. And that's when I started. I didn't go by nobody else again.
Right.
All
Okay,
these
so
things I tell you.
from there you went straight into the
I
pan
reached
school.
pan school.
Right. I'm looking folks here for a picture I have here of the first set of children in the pan school.
Look at that.
Alright, I have the wrong set of pictures. Oh my gosh, and you have endless pictures, eh? This, I don't know if you all can see, the first set of children. But they have on school uniform, Barry?
Yeah, most of them from the St. Mary's Anglican.
Alright, so they used to
Like
come
those
after
in
school.
white, and the white there, he was going to another school. I think it's somewhere in Tigo Martin there. But the only blue. That's
Yeah.
Tacarigua, you see,
Tacarigua, you see. So is that you in the white in the back?
standing up.
Yeah.
Like a young boy.
Yes. A youth. Who is that?
Yeah, and that's my nephew in front of me.
Right.
This,
Right.
the same
They'll
day.
eat and drink
Yeah,
and take.
that's the thing to have them doing their own thing, to make them feel alright. We always used to have that regular, and we always used to have regular competition. The first competition we had in the church. I always keep my thing in the church. We had a thing with the fourth and a band, and we had one song, one tune. The tune was Love Me Tender. That is what they were playing, and we were playing it with harmonies and things.
Right.
So we do it in four, so we take our four.
And see
We
which
take our
four
next one,
play.
play the better
Yeah.
thing. And we had four sections. And Eddie and all of them were there. The church was full. Parents and everybody. And
Which church is this your
St. Mary's Anglican, that's my
Right.
church.
Right.
And when it was finished and thing, I said, well, all you it's time for positions, for second and third and fourth. They say, well, we can't separate none of them.
Everybody win.
Yeah, that's everybody win them.
So what I want to ask about.
Same pictures here, have with the children who started the school to 8 children from the orphanage. 4 boys and 4 girls.
Is a picture
It
like
should have been that. Or that.
yeah with Val Sarah
The Mayor Saba.
and the Mayor Saba. Well, let's get down to talking about some of these things. You all traveled a lot
Yeah, well, every year since 2004.
from 2004.
Yeah.
I think 2004, 2005, and 2006. You all those 3 years you all were in the finals.
Yeah.
Right.
We went on.
Before we start with your traveling, what sort of resistance did you get with starting a school for children? Did you get resistance or it was nobody bothered with it?
No, well, when I started it, a lot of the parents, they were happy about it, that I had the children.
Occupied, yes.
And it made them real happy and they didn't have to pay a cent.
All right.
Because I took care of everything for them.
Right. You got
And buy the uniform and everything. And more than that, I used to assist them children and them with the school books and all for it.
yeah.
Nobody can come and if you come with a shirt here, a school shirt here and a seat here, then the other guy shirt and what shirt here.
Yes.
I'm not saying nobody can get it for you.
Right. So
That's
it was
what it
about
is.
community building and
Yeah,
all
them
that.
come like my children.
Yes.
I always like to see your children and them go good,
I don't want to forget asking this. I saw that you had somebody had interviewed you a year and you spoke about the importance of band loyalty. And I wondered about that because you felt that paying for 3-4 different bands at a time wasn't the ideal.
Well, what happened with that is that the first set of children that I had, they never asked me for money to play, but we continued for the 3 years that we were in finals. Them children, I made sure that they get good money. They were getting paid more than them band boy who leave and play and them, all them big bands. And it's not because that I saying that. Things happen and they came here and they talk about it. Because they wanted to know, it was hearing how I paying so much and so on. I said, well, I don't know. You hear that? It's all right. And how much all they getting? They getting tied up, they getting paid for playing on the road and playing for Panorama, and the money are reaching nowhere. So all of that. Because they choose that, you know, the different captain and thing, what they dealing with. You go in a band because of the name. But your band had name too, and it was just a matter of time for us. Just as how we made it 3 years straight in the opening, in the when they started the medium class. We were going good. Yeah. The name you see say, no, yeah, I did well thing, you know.
Yeah, well, I realize that you have done the point that I want to get to. When we spoke about the money, and money being an influential part in who you play for and when and all that sort of thing. The steel pan did not come from that. The steel pan came from a natural love and wanting to do things. Nobody was getting money back then.
But to me, it came more or less out of frustration, you know.
Well, yes.
Because you remember from that was the slave time and all that.
Yeah, they can't
when
get to beat the drum.
They couldn't get to give off some steam after you come from all the cocoa estate or where you come from in the day, you know.
Yeah.
Or you had to just sit down right there and sing some whole long time, chant and sing and thing. But they needed to get, because they can't play no drum, you can't play nothing, and you go to sleep and then you go master beating you and thing until they get that. So that's why it came from. We had nothing but money. But
it's freedom of expression.
When this thing started, I realized where it was going. And in order for you to, you see, and then the large bands who have sponsor, they keep asking for more and more players. It was 100 players, they want to 120. So that's what short a lot of bands. Because you have to pay players if you don't have feed to mind chicken, fowl and things. You can't mind it.
Who have more corn, feed more fowl.
But you see, Patrick did a good thing that he said where he's going to put the categories there.
Yes.
When he said with small band, so they could get to a final and make a money. Medium band could do the same. Because if you leave all in one, nothing doing. You understand?
Not everybody could.
And the thing about it is that Paris Band School was in all. When it had all, it didn't have no category.
Right, you were there,
you mean?
from
when they
the
take
early.
it 13, 14 band to the semi-final, and then they take it was so much to the final and thing. And when I come in as a little school, I beating people.
Yes.
Plenty band.
So when the school entered in 95, I know that then it had a lot of upset carrying these children to play steel pan.
No, well, we did our thing. We went down nicely. The thing was that the parents understood everything.
Well, right, the parents,
they were supporting me and they were supporting because I had a...
But we're talking about John Public, just like how Marshall Montano's parents understood him too, but the public found he was too young.
Not so much public. The people and them who were those big people and them who, like to me, had nothing else to say, you know. Because the people who complain about it, because those are musicologists and them who they had on the radio.
Oh.
So those are the people who make the noise. As one especially, she was a judge after, you remember that? She is the one who was talking about look at that little one, what are them doing here? Look at that little one. She can't reach the pan. And then the next one said, some fella named Parry get some pan. And Orange said, accept him and then bring him into this thing here. Them children should be home. And while they're saying that now, the next fellow who on the station said, that apart all you're talking about, let me talk about the school's panorama. If this band, with what I hear them play, if this band going to school's panorama, they're sure to be them. You know what they turn around and they but we want to see if we go let them go in the school's panorama. But that's for we.
Because you have a pants.
School is there. The both thing is for me. You're now telling me that I'm not supposed to be the big thing. But you're now saying about I be in the school thing. So what you're saying? What is you really saying? And them children, boy, when I sit down and say these children and them, it could be deadly when they're ready. They got that tape, you know, from that morning. And they came here and they played it and they said, Mr. Parry, listen to this. No, Mr. Parry, no. But I some good little children, but these people didn't know how dangerous it was to do them children, because these children and them came out on a kind of thing like that was freedom for them in the Paris.
Yes. They get a chance to play.
They come out. Yeah, and they don't, I had a super saloon here. They used to call, Patrick used to call it the big truck. That used to carry pan stand, children. I drive anything, and when I look back by my ears, they're smelling things where it's socks, foot, cock up there, and the 15, 16 of them in the thing, and I go and look, right and look, come back down, go out to drop in Irima, and head out for Brazil, San Rafael.
All day you had students
to
coming
drop
from.
children and them home, go drop them home to make sure that they reach home. And then later down in the thing, some of them, if they wanted to stay, they could have stayed.
Right.
That thing. I see now, because that time I started lane fellas coming to play the band.
Right, that was the time when the band.
And then I realized where some of them coming to play for.
Money.
Because every time, beside the money, every time you look at them, they always under some young girl thing.
Oh, right,
Or
yeah.
you see them talking, I tell them, I say, look, there's a still banana here. There's not no dated place I have there. I'm big on to mate here and thing, you understand? Here is to hold on to your pan and play your tune and thing. If I catch that going on here, all you're going out there, clean.
Yeah.
All you and the person all you talk. Because I don't put fear in the other person.
Yes.
Because a lot of them come because of that. The amount of girls they see in the band.
Yes, it have plenty girls by Paris.
All of them. And they're always looking for a pan to play with nearby the girl and them, and that. And all of that.
Life wouldn't change, no?
All of that, But you have to be very careful. Very, very. I see that I hear somebody talking about school, pan in the school. Because at this time they put in the class, we put pan. That a good law. Just at law, best at giving them the know-how what to do. You say schools in the pan yard.
Pan in the classroom.
Yeah.
In there is what it is for.
No, he tell them, he said they'll call it pan in the classroom. He says school in the pan yard.
Oh, that is what Lloyd
Best said, yes, and which is the direct thing that you have. For the atmosphere you're getting in the pan yard is what you need,
Yes,
this
because
thing in
it
the
could
school,
learn,
like just
yes.
like you're going to do Spanish, and you go in a classroom and you have to do this
Yes.
and that. Come out of this school.
Go in the pan yard and
that
do everything
environment,
there.
Yeah, you live and you see what goes on in the pan yard.
All right.
Or
So,
in school.
all right.
So he's saying that take out the pan from the school and put it in the pan yard. That's where
Right.
it is. Let the children and they go there.
Right. Okay, fine.
In other words, make your arrangement with your teachers and your transport and
And
carry
take
them
them.
there.
Mm.
Let them get that, which is good.
All right, fine.
But I see, there's some things I notice with Metron and them. We're practicing in the yard. And instead of staying in the yard when they come to open the back gate, and they're going up on the rack. The big tall rack where the drums set. And that kind of thing, they see people, they want to get that feel there.
Right.
On the pan rack, some of them watching how people think they play in the pan and they foot up on top of the stand and thing and everything.
Right, yes,
It's all like that.
emulating what they see.
So they want to be that, And me, I still have my stand on them in the back face here. When I get ready to practice the panorama tune for the carnival coming up, I will do the tune in the back of the yard. But when we're ready for full practice, when the tune is almost finished, I go out in the trace, the atmosphere out there is well nice, Well, I tell you nice. And them children like that, they like that trace thing. So I'm telling somebody that they say, Mr. Barry, oh, there we go. The traces for we. So I had to prepare all of that for them and make sure that everything go right and we go on that.
So with COVID, when everything's...
That mashed man.
Yes.
The COVID was about almost 3 years.
Yeah.
And that make up the band. That they were well pressure.
Right.
You see, I had the bass, the guitar pans and the cellos out in the trees, in the pan stand.
Yeah.
Because you remember the pan stand, I wrote something.
Right, yes.
So I put the bass down on the stand, I didn't take them out on the stand. The bass and them have holes in it. All the bass have a hole. So if water fall in them,
They drain out.
they will be drained out unless something clog up.
Plug it, yes.
Right. But the guitar pans and them, I took them and I turned them and I put them on top. Turn them down. Put them on top. You know? But then they don't have, the only hole they have that water could drain out is where the strings
String,
hold.
yes. To hold it, yeah.
And I put the cellos and guitar pan there, but the one that they got on it. You know, and for that period of time, I mean, I ain't going to check nothing.
No, he ain't really supposed to be out a
Then
lot.
some of them pans and them water collecting them.
Yes.
It's after a while when I go, after this COVID thing, and I decided, well, let me go and check all these things. But I had two chrome guitar pan and I had almost had them inside. The other two by the same man, right? But they were not chrome. I was going to send it to chrome. But they were in the yard. And when I go and I see what was happening, two sets of cellos that are tuned. Billy did that for me. They never use them.
And then they're not good, yeah.
Because he tell me, he say, let the carnival pass you. I'm going to let them up good after. I say, all right, then I'm good. Boy, the day when I go, I say, I'll take them now. And when I pick the pan, I see little rust. When I look, I see the rust flaking up big inside the I just take them and I tell them what to be crazy. Money waste, you know. And then I started check the whole thing and I realized until eventually I took out all of them, apart what remained because a lot of the stole.
Stole?
Yeah, guitar pan and things. But some of the pans that get wet, they were not good. So right now I have about 6 set of bass in the yard back up. I can't put them on a side because that side are not paved. I want to pave them. I talk to the boy who tuned in the pan. So we have 7 set of cellos. 4 4s and 3 3s.
So you pay for all these things?
No, well, I ain't paying for them yet. He is one who started tuning pan.
Oh.
Like me, so I will pay him eventually.
Yes.
But to pay one time, you know, he will get paid.
Because you all do have sponsors.
Yeah, well, so as we get money, he'll cut down the amount you pay.
Yeah, bit by bit, as you see a little something coming in your pay.
He is one who got a lot of players to come from Mount Hope and from different schools and things. 5 Rivers, Arima, government secondary. I never had no money from Arima. The blue and light blue and that. Never had nobody from there. But I had from Arima, plenty from Arima secondary. Plenty from Mount Hope, Pure Junior set. Then when everyone them they used to go and St. Anthony's down. We go all of them used to come and play here. And the next one he was going Belmont, intermediate. Yeah, he had some people from Mount Lambert. Had a few from Central.
Wow, you had a real people coming from far
and wide. The band was real popular, everybody.
Yes, Paris bands too.
Then, I mean, the standard, you know.
Yes.
And then my brother, Dr. Paul, Paul is a vet. Everybody knows.
Oh, your doctor, your brother was a vet.
He was the man who did all the thing. Everybody used to get drums for me and all things, to get all them things.
Yes.
Man, right?
So you had a lot of support. I know my friend Val, who hooked up this meeting for us, you know, he always parried.
When Val come to Trinidad, here you stay.
Right, yes.
This is it. You and he and my sister, they're very well partner.
Right.
So carry, so Labor Day in America, all them children, 20-something, 30 children, with parents and things, and I carry Tacarigua people, district people on district.
Oh,
people
right.
From I carry people on Lavanti Hill, I tie them up.
So y'all played in the US, and I know y'all have toured other places. Give me an idea of some of the places y'all have toured.
Malaysia, we went there.
You went Malaysia.
4 years straight.
Alright, so this was the picture with the Malaysia now.
No, that is in Sabah, Borneo.
Borneo. So there's not Malaysia, there's Borneo.
It have some pictures on it. That's why I'm looking for the pictures and them that I give it, try and get it to give them.
Yes.
We went there. Malaysia was the second country to see the new millennium.
Oh, so that's in 2000.
That's to be went up. We made Christmas, and we live on the 19th of December.
Right.
But you know, it's no big Christmas, is no big thing up here. Don't celebrate like we are. You're on store and see Santa Claus. You're not seeing them. But the place itself is a pretty place because
Mm-hmm.
whenever they're having anything, all them lampposts and all about it, decorate with whatever it and lights and things,
Right.
lights all over it. And we stayed at the Mind Resort.
So you all have been to New York. You've been to Malaysia. Well, Singapore, right? Lovely, those three places, yeah.
And then we went to Singapore.
Oh yes, on Borneo, yes.
Yeah, in New York, well, we didn't go to the Caribbean. I went to the Caribbean with a few of the children, my son and other people, Trinidad, Tacarigua, I had the boat and we went up there, we went to St. Vincent. I was a judge in St. Vincent.
Okay, great.
Yeah, all of that and did all of that. So.
Yeah, so I just felt, I'm so happy that Val called, my friend Val Sarant, who is part of Parry Span School, you know, insisted, say, we can't let the World Steel Band Day without talking to some of the movers and shakers and people who have made a difference in the world of pan.
I don't like to boast and I don't like things, you know.
It's not a matter of boast we're talking, yeah.
Yeah. But I did well with the whole thing because like
yes,
when I got Patrick then, we removed our insert and all that. And that's how pan men start to see the way that is funny and that's what the category is. Because bands, yes, imagine 30 odd bands or how much it is competing to get into a semi-final where they take it about 12 and go on to the final. You are getting into a band, I went there and the first time I got a big band. Band would there all the time.
Yes, first time
and I was in that, I was in that with all these sort of things, you know.
Yeah.
Until he said, well, he go put categories for everybody talking. But the thing is that the pan men themselves spoil the whole thing because all of them want to play in every category. But these fellas didn't understand it, so
no, they
want to play for all from pan round neck go straight up.
Yes.
Now they didn't have no pan round neck in no competition. They see who bring in the panorama for the pan round neck.
Right.
And that's
giving everybody a chance to show their musical talent.
So they spoil that money, greed for money. And some of them, they're not doing justice to the bands that pay you because you're not doing the whole people tune and properly playing it. You learn the introduction, you learn the verse and chorus, and you learn the ending, and that is the melody part you play for itself.
So you have you have some work cut out for you with getting yourself ready for.
Well, yesterday I was talking to the tune, boy, so you say when you're coming for the pan and them, I say, well, I ain't come until I pay the yard, you know, because I don't want to bring it and spoil there.
Oh, so you need to pay for your yard too?
Yes, a guy I was waiting on, he started to clean up the back trace there for us. It had about 19 bags of rubbish that he full up with people dumping the thing in the back there. And I went to the corporation, and I told them, and they tell them, about 2 weeks ago, tell me, yeah, they will come and clean it up. But it's there.
You come, you need help, you need help.
You know, and dump it, right? Because I need to keep the trace from since 19. When we asked a lady, and he was the chairman of the corporation, to name the trace after the band because the trace it doesn't have a name.
Right.
So if everybody want to know what the name of the street here, and let me name it so and so, and let me name it. What do you think, Paris, what you say me? Any name of the Paris Fan School Avenue or Paris Fan School Drive, you know? I said that trace belongs to us, you know. We there since 1991, 92, you know.
Right,
and apart from which, I had my garden where the houses are. That was my garden, straight across to the other trace that comes into the
right before they start to
build. I say, well, 92, 93, then they build no house, nothing.
Right.
And the trace they were going to condemn it. Yeah, because they were going to get more houses if they condemn it.
Right.
So then we couldn't go through our back gate.
Oh, right. Yes.
Fifi and them if they're mad. And that was going to cause a contention, you know, that they know that. So they had to shift
the
plants from where they had it and put the houses further back.
Right.
And leave that trace alone.
Leave the trace, and that is where the community sponsor Parry sponsor.
The trace is mine. It belongs to me because your little one condemn it. And then here the boldface thing. We had 3 big flood here. They interfere with the mountain. The canals coming from the mountain. And I tell them, and I say, natural waterway or something is not to interfere with it, especially from the mountain. Because we look at control it, they do it on the other side. Now this Hawkins River you see up the road there, that used to come direct from the mountain.
Right.
It was a place we call James Valley. We used to go there to catch boat and we will bathe in that river there. Because that coming and cut across St. Michael Road and coming down behind the existing houses on St. Michael Road with no other thing going in, feeding water into it.
Right.
You know, someone put a drain running into it.
So it was direct river.
Direct. The water coming down St. Michael Road came straight down St. Michael Road until it reached to the main road and then turned to go to the thing, to the river there. Nothing going through and going through. Because we used to go through there to go over, we had cane garden and things, planting cane.
Right.
All up behind my grandmother and all of that. We used to go up there. My grandfather and Danny and them had cane there. Up to Prom Street, we had plenty land. That's how we grew up. We grew up over that.
Yeah.
You know. And we used to be catching big fish, blue crab, my mother and them used to go and wash clothes on Saturday and Sunday
in the river.
Yeah, the river, it went down so to go back up in the trace and had a big pool and
basin, yeah, so the
little
women
children
could have
and all.
watched
Yeah,
those.
yes, all of that. So we were there from since that time. You come now, you come in now to put up house and you come and you in order to build the housing scheme on this side behind us, you take the water that was coming along to come down to go down the road, you take it and you put it across the boat to the rabbit. You understand? And that's one of the things that causes the thing.
That will cause flood because once it will go back to its natural course.
You interfere with those coming from the mountain now. To not to widen but to make it smaller, to get a little drain, to get more houses, room to put houses. So you come and you put a place where you say is thing waterway water.
A dam.
A little stupidness in the housing scheme itself. And if you see how they do the thing, when you hear the flood start to come down, the empty piece of land, I have a picture there where the place we're asking for. You're watching and you're seeing this thing coming down. Like a monster, but because it's bringing down all this stuff and everything.
Yes.
Coming across that piece of land, coming from the Catholic Church by my cousin above me because we were born up there.
Right.
By that house and then the corner. So when it reached there and it jammed up with 1 or 2 walls, had to look for a place to run, and that is run straight down the trace we had.
Right.
My fence at the back was too high a bit, and it came underneath, and all the flood we get, the last flood I get 4 inches of water in here, the whole house. I still have things to do in the house. So
Wow.
all the mattress and things that I bought with them boy and them to stay here from Topo, who come in all who stayed. And they say put it out by the front there. The first time was in the UNC time. They bring mattress and they give them people over there and then give me nothing. And the second time, TV and thing, we never get nothing. The third time I bought to ask nobody for nothing. I leave it just so.
You take your losses.
Yeah, whatever it is, we leave it just so. So what I did, I came and I raised the back at the fence. Where the gate coming in, I raised the concrete at the back of it. So the water will go straight down. But I say when this thing finish here, this election finish here, and I finish with the corporation, because the corporation in that appoint who is chairman and who is, I don't know if the other old chairman.
Right, once you know who is who, you would know how to approach and who to approach.
But I on that trace, that trace I remember those builders and developers, houses, they used to use this back trace by me as a rubble place, you know. All the rubble they pick up on all them housing scheme and where they build it, load it up and drop it down on the trees. My son was seeing there at Saturday morning, we pushing out the pan and to go to pan. And the chain link fence where they put up. That no house they bought chain link. It cut him in back of the foot. And hospital one time for him. But that's Saturday swell. And that morning we hustling to get to go into town.
Top to play pan.
Yeah, I remember that. Until we clean and some years ago, I got self-help to give me some. The conky at the thing, the trace right down to the canal, because these people, in order to get more houses, they move the trace how it was running, and they put straight so it got to a dead end canal run. They went so to get two houses. So they did it, they cleaned it down to down here. And I asked self-help, and the self-help people come from India. They come with the mix coal. So it hard. And they drop it there. So I said, well, all they bring no machine or nothing to the asphalt thing. Nah, we're taking nothing. We had to get pickaxe and well catch a stick to do that. But eventually we do it in a kind of way from the corner to down passing. But it was on a slope.
Oh Lord, plenty challenges.
So these people in the city, they now come and get flood, the last flood. And the candidate or the counselor for the thing, they went and complained to she about the flood. She wouldn't tell them what it caused any flood. It can't be me on that one. She sent a boy from the corporation to tell me to move my bandstand and the trees and put it over my knee. Because the people and them complaining of grass growing on the fence. And they want the corporation to pay the canal in the fence. So I say, you seeing good? So I say, yours out there. I say, you see any canal behind any fence? He say, no. I say, well, tell the lady it's moving. I say it's moving. Until she don't send nobody. Again, man. You know, she said police. Police come now. Police said they have a letter from the corporation saying that I must get these things out of the trees because there's a road reserve and the government don't want nothing on the road. She carry on. I listen to she. I said, ma'am, but where am I? But she had the thing up, she thing in her face, she have all the police in it. I don't know what you have to move it. I said, let me tell you something. I ain't moving none. None. She said, well, you can't move none. And you'll reserve and we'll take you to court. So look at our letter here. I said, well, take me to court. That's what I want. In as much as all your police vote face, take me to court. Because I know the corporation have their own municipal police. If they come in, it's them who will come to me.
Right.
The government police, they know their job.
Right. So it was the municipal police that came with her?
No, she came from
with government police?
The corporation. The lady, the counselor.
Yeah.
Said, must we have a friend as police? And she said, no, don't leave that. I go see about that for you.
Oh,
and she come and I go change the place. It had two fellas there and don't do a drug transaction. And one had the cocaine in his hand and one had the cocaine in the pocket where he sell it to the fellow. And then who she talking to and ask them to call me. And them fellas willingly want me to come. So when they see me come by the gate, the glad the boy who's selling it, he dig out and he gone quick. And when I start to rock up the police, the other boy just pull up and go. And you just let two fellas pass who selling drugs. So me to tell me one movement thing, you come there with you. They didn't give you no instructions, so you come there to put. I say, I'm not moving none. You feel the joke, so this lady insists that it had to move. She went and she tells the health section in the corporation. They come and they started talking. The boy he talk good. He said, well, all right, I ain't see no canal and I ain't see nothing. He said, but all I want you to do is make sure that no water ain't going in them pan. I said, well, look, them pan are done, them. But I don't have no transport. If you could help me, that would be good. He ain't listen to me, he ain't say nothing. And he gone. So he pass back and next time when he come and he see drums and them stay. But he get on the high order. So I thought you tell me that you was going to dump the things. I said, I didn't tell you I was going to dump nothing. I told you these pants have to be done. And I asked you if you could assist me in getting transport. And instead of carry on and thing, I say, Mr. Gentleman, don't come back here again. You hear I tell you? And I bought that. So you give me a little thing. Have a thing away charging me in 7 days, yeah. But if you see how you writing and your hand shaking, and you give me that thing, I say, alright, I call the chairman. I say, well, there's what the thing Rachel look I have it and thing. He said, don't make jokes. And like he went across there and asked him, what you have with all those? So then the commander tell him, the corporation had nothing to do with that. It's the counselor who did that. I really right there, nobody.
Yeah, but you need to get the help to
what we need to get is that trace we had a name it because the school, my school, the entrance to community school would be on the trade from on the road at the back. Because normally I had my dog there. And this passing on this side is a bit dangerous. And now you're passing right by the kitchen where all the water running around. I don't know what the pass and fall down there.
right, yeah, so you have some work to do.
You have to come down the trace and come through. People could come down with a car, and if people come with a car, they don't know where to park. They could come in trace and park down there.
Right.
So that's where the school could be. So I definitely have to get that and the name thing and fix up and thing. And I don't think they could name it because I live on that place for the longest time.
Yeah, man, the thing is, the whole thing, you're looking for legacy, where you think, but it is down in the. You have been there, yeah. We have been to competitions. You have all your records within Trinidad. You all remember, and you have done an excellent job.
Yeah. People are going sick for me. Again, that lady. When she come and carry on, oh, this is what I say. Oh, the same thing with Ralph.
Yes, it is a bigger one. Yeah.
That's what this accent. Oh,
yeah,
this
he
one.
has a bigger picture.
This one is Singapore.
All right, and he has one with them here in Singapore. You and the children. Lovely.
Just to read.
And you all have nice, really have nice uniforms.
We buy that up there?
All right, those shirts.
Those are the kind of thing you get up there.
Batik, yeah.
I just seen something I wanted you to see.
Yeah. You had something you wanted to show?
Yeah. I have plenty things I want to show you.
Yeah, plenty things you want to
See
show.
what that's in.
All right. Dear Mr. Paul, I am in receipt of your letter in which you are applying for a parcel of land on a lease basis situated at Tacarigua and bounded by second trace north, first trace south, a ravine east, and the existing village west on St. Michael's Road to accommodate the Paris Span School. I have referred the matter to the permanent secretary for her attention. That's 2005. Wow, that's a long time.
Yeah.
So this has been ongoing. So this whole envelope here is letters back and forth.
From that time to Mr. Manning on from 2002. And he gave the instruction. And it reached right there and it stopped right there.
Right there.
Where the permanent secretary and it stopped right there.
So okay, what would you like to see for Paris Span School right now?
Well, we want to get a proper place.
A home.
A home for the whole school.
Yes.
I could continue with the pan school here, teaching children.
Right.
Because it's a good place for them to drop off here rather than going up at the back of where the place is. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and, you come from school, you could come here and
Yes.
do your thing, right? But we need to get a place where we could put up buildings where we could house people who come from away, because I have a lot of people who would want. Even when we were in Malaysia, we had people who wanted to come down here to Trinidad.
To learn, yes.
Yeah, they can, but yeah, we don't have.
There
My
are
brother is so
people-
stuck, man. I tell him, I say, boy, we're going and open a Stephen University and teaching all the aspects of the steel man, everything from scratch to wherever.
Yeah, from making to playing.
I see, but I say, I tell you, I have people who want to come.
You know, I've looked at a documentary on YouTube with this guy in the States, and he tuning pan and he making pan. He came down here, learn about it. He and his brother, he was doing a TED talk on the steel pan. He not from here,
well, a lot of them,
but love it, and that is why it's all over and people making, you know. Yes.
They have a woman up there called Chopin. This boy who died, Clifford Alexis. He was with a girl from Japan living with her up there, and he died, and he was teaching her how to think, and she doing. Val was telling me, he said she going good.
Yeah.
She tuning pan good and thing, and you know, sooner or later, we might probably, if we don't get
If
things
we don't
done
get
good,
ready program, we'll be
and
left
get
out.
it pan,
Yeah.
people that experiment and not look at this money thing to scramble our money from this one and that one. You have to sit down and think about where you want to carry the pan from, where you want to do. You understand?
Yes.
And, yeah, a lot of them are thinking they just want to follow what this one was doing and that. But and them didn't follow what other people did. They had that in them, what they wanted to get. You
Yes.
understand? You want to sit down and know what you're doing. You understand?
Make a plan.
Yeah, what you want, how you want the pan to be, what you want, just signature pan. I did it. Look, all these things here is great thing where people associate board of the Royal School of Music in London, all these things.
Yeah.
Why we have all these. Boy.
But that's for pan?
Yeah, well, there's where they write the music.
Yes.
Do the grade. They have a lot of, they have one way.
Mm-hmm.
This is not the thing I had for you, man. I'm looking for it inside there. Where it have a certificate for a girl where she passed grade 5 with distinction. And she did the drum course.
Yes.
So the drum course was the first time killer. I just brother send anybody to do the course, and we sent 4 people from here. And they passed with merit, you know, 4 of them.
Yes.
And I had all these things here. Yeah. But
That's great.
This is something Val Galapa. This is something we started in Tacarigua here. Because people are trying to climb on we back. That is why we start going to New York. Yes. That is, I think what we say that.
Parade of the Bands.
Yeah. We say.
Paris Band School Independence Itinerary.
We were saying that the jewels of the nation will play in Tacarigua on the Eastern Mainway
Right.
on Independence Day. That is what it was about. And we had that.
So you all had this.
About 2 years we had that on the road, and
Wow,
we can't get
for
on
Independence Day and
I know help.
I want to say congratulations. I want to say thank you on behalf of the people of Trinidad and Tobago who appreciate what you have done, because it's innovation. This is what
No, look, this other thing about the Paris Band.
Okay.
That's this thing from the England, from the London people.
Right.
Robbie was here. He did that.
All right. So Parry, any final things you want to
Yes,
say?
you tell me what it is. I
No,
don't know
you
what,
say
what you want to think.
metronome. Who is this on this cover?
That is somebody from them. I don't know. That's not
Yeah.
my band. My band inside it.
Yeah, see it inside.
Yeah, that is a London thing. The podium is they do that.
All
Every
right.
month.